Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. All happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. Respect was invented to cover the empty place where love should be. We can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. Only people who are capable of loving strongly can also suffer great sorrow, but this same necessity of loving serves to counteract their grief and heals them. If, then, I were asked for the most important advice I could give, that which I consider to be the most useful to the men of our century, I should simply say, in the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. A quiet, secluded life in the country, with the possibility of being useful to people to whom it is easy to do good and who are not accustomed to have it done to them. Then work which one hopes may be of some use. Then rest, nature, books, music, love for one's neighbor. Such is my idea of happiness. Rummaging in our souls, we often dig up something that ought to have lain there unnoticed. When you love someone, you love the person as they are and not as you'd like them to be. Free thinkers are those who are willing to use their minds without prejudice and without fearing to understand things that clash with their own customs, privileges, or beliefs. This state of mind is not common, but it is essential for right thinking. Wrong does not cease to be wrong because the majority share in it. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. Love. The reason I dislike that word is that it means too much for me, far more than you can understand. Be bad, but at least don't be a liar, a deceiver. If everyone fought for their own convictions, there would be no war. There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness, and truth. Love is life. Everything that I understand only because I love. Everything exists only because I love. Everything is united by it alone. Love is God, and to die means that I, a particle of love, shall return to the general and eternal source. A man is like a fraction whose numerator is what he is and whose denominator is what he thinks of himself. The larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Sometimes she did not know what she feared, what she desired, whether she feared or desired what had been or what would be, and precisely what she desired, she did not know. All the girls in the world were divided into two classes. One class included all the girls in the world except her, and they had all the usual human feelings and were very ordinary girls, while the other class, herself alone, had no weaknesses and was superior to all humanity. The whole world is divided for me into two parts. One is she, and there is all happiness, hope, light. The other is where she is not, and there is dejection and darkness. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. You can love a person dear to you with a human love, but an enemy can only be loved with divine love. It's not given to people to judge what's right or wrong. People have eternally been mistaken and will be mistaken, and in nothing more than in what they consider right and wrong. But the law of loving others could not be discovered by reason because it is unreasonable. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. Seize the moments of happiness, love, and be loved. That is the only reality in the world. All else is folly. It is the one thing we are interested in here. What counts in making a happy marriage is not so much how compatible you are, but how you deal with incompatibility.